So let me take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Skip La Cour, and I've been immersed in this bodybuilding and fitness world for over 37 years. You won't find too many fitness influencers who can say that. This space today is dominated by younger, passionate fitness guys, and I know what that's like because I was one of them once. But my journey has been very different from theirs. I didn't start training seriously until I was 28 years old. That's late by most people's standards. I wasn't the stereotypical before picture. I wasn't skinny and I wasn't fat. I played sports growing up. I looked fine, but I didn't have a real plan when it came to the gym. In my early 20s, I joined a couple of gyms. Back then, you had to pay hundreds of dollars just to walk through the door, not $19 a month like today. And like a lot of men, I got overwhelmed, fell out of the routine, and quit twice. When I moved to a new city at 28, I didn't know anyone. I had no patterns, no distractions. One guy in my apartment complex, a fit, enthusiastic guy, kept bugging me to join him at the gym. I resisted. I told him, I've got weights at home. I don't need to go to the gym. But eventually I gave in, and that decision changed my life forever. I didn't stress about whether it was the perfect workout or whether I should be doing push-pull legs or how many reps were optimal. I just followed him. He led, I mimicked, and I fell in love with the process. That simplicity, just doing instead of overthinking, got me off to the best start possible. Now, here's something important. When I started in 1989, steroids had just been made illegal. Before that, they were everywhere. Legal, common, like TRT or peptides are today. But once they became controlled substances, I made a commitment. I was going to do this drug-free, and I stuck with that commitment for my entire career. I became a 6-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder. I competed all over the world. I wrote for the major bodybuilding magazines like Iron Man. I was sponsored by big companies, NetRex, Twin Lab, AST Sports Science. I endorsed products, wrote for their newsletters, built their early online presence. I produced my first VHS training tape in 1999. I wrote my first book back in 1995. I built my first website in 1994. And let me tell you, that wasn't easy. Back then, you needed $3,000 cameras on tripods, and you had to know code to put anything online. But I was obsessed. For 15 straight years, I competed. I learned from the best coaches money could buy. I invested all my extra income into learning my craft. And I made a lot of mistakes. I did everything. I tried everything. And looking back, half of it wasn't even necessary. That's why I can confidently tell you what matters and what doesn't when it comes to fitness, especially for men our age. I stopped competing 22 years ago. Life moved forward. Today, I'm 63 years old. I'm married. I have 2 amazing kids, Brooklyn 12 and Jace 10. They're athletes. And I'm a very active father. We're running drills before school, and I'm making sure they understand mindset as much as sports skills. And this stage of my life has given me a new mission. For the last 10 years, I've dedicated myself to helping older men with busy, productive lives, men like you, smart, accomplished, driven. You've built businesses, careers, families, marriages. You've succeeded in life, but this fitness thing, it's confusing. It feels overwhelming. I get it. The internet is full of 21-year-olds throwing every hack and every workout split at you. They mean well, but they don't know how to separate what's truly important from what's just noise. And if you're like most of the men I work with, you don't have time for noise. You want clarity. You want results without wasting hours of your life or second guessing yourself. That's where I come in. I've lived this journey for nearly 4 decades. I've been obsessed with fitness, mindset, and personal development since I was 21 when I went to a Zig Ziglar seminar. That completely changed my life. That led me to Tony Robbins. I attended all his events, staffed for him, even worked as his bodyguard. I was featured in one of his worldwide infomercials that ran for 3 years. I've been on ESPN, in muscle magazines, and in front of audiences all over the world. But more importantly, I've been where you are. I've quit gyms before. I've been overwhelmed. I've struggled with diet confusion. I've wondered if I was wasting my time. And I've also figured out exactly what's worth doing and what isn't. Now, my role is to cut through the clutter for you, to give you the clarity you need to finally get fit, stay fit, and integrate this into your life without it taking over your life. At this age, we've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. That's not depressing, it's motivating. It means we have to attack our health and fitness with a sense of urgency. This isn't about just building muscle or losing fat. It's about quality of life, energy, confidence, longevity, being around for your kids, your grandkids, your wife, your business. You've accomplished too much in life to let fitness be the one area that holds you back. I don't just post motivational memes and say, what's your excuse? You don't need that. You need structure, clarity, and accountability from someone who's been there, who knows the pitfalls, and who understands your stage of life. That's why I coach men one-on-one. That's why I go live every day. That's why I built my free audiobook, Spoken My Way, Fitness My Way. That's why I've created the Workouts for Older Men podcast, the 30 Lessons in 30 Days series, and my coaching programs. I know how important this is to you, and I know how to make it finally work for you. If you're ready to stop being overwhelmed and finally get this fitness thing handled, let's talk. Text me at 925-352-4366. I'll send you a questionnaire. Tell me about your goals, your struggles, your story. Send me a picture if you want. Shirt on, shirt off, whatever you're comfortable with. Or go to talkwithskip.com and fill out the form there. From there, we'll set up a time to talk. No pressure, no obligation, just clarity and direction. I've been at this for 37 years. I've made the mistakes, I've put in the work, and I've helped countless men figure this out. Now it's your turn. Follow me, listen to my podcast, grab my free audiobook, and when you're ready, reach out. Let's take on this next chapter of your life with the same urgency, passion, and discipline that made you successful in business, marriage, and family. Because fitness isn't just about muscles. It's about extending the quality of your life. I'm Skip La Cour, and I'd be honored to guide you on this journey.